Hi, welcome or welcome back to 500 Hobbies. My name is Amanda, and this is the place on the internet where I get to talk all about my hobbies. So I am filming this in late November, and I think it's kind of the start of what I consider like the gift panic knit season. So you have intent to make a lot of stuff for people. You're thinking about travel plans, but what is reasonable to finish by the deadline? We'll see. So today I want to talk about a few patterns that I think make reasonable gift knits. I don't do a lot of small stuff. So I would say most of these will take like between a couple days to a week. But you definitely have time to, grind out a few of them if that is your intent. And all of these are freely available. So you don't have to buy any patterns for these last minute things either. So the first one I want to talk about today is the Journey Through Time cowl. This is a free pattern through KnitPick's 12 Weeks of Giving. So they are doing a free pattern every week until the end of the year, I think, or at least for 12 weeks. There are a lot of patterns through there if you want to take a look. I chose this one because I thought, sometimes a scarf seems a little bit too long, a little bit too daunting. So a cowl is kind of like a shortened version of that. And actually, for some people who don't like, a really long scarf to wear, I actually think they're even more practical. My mom, for example, I think prefers the cowl over a big scarf. Um, it's also knit up using a bulky yarn, so I think that will make it go a little bit faster for you too. The suggested yarn is Wonder Fluff, which is a KnitPicks yarn that I have not used but have heard many good things about. I do have it on my list of ones to try in the future. It's one solid color, so I wouldn't say it's too complicated, and it's also one size, so you don't have to think too much. Sometimes, like I do a lot of gift sweaters, and you do kind of worry about the fit, but with a cowl, you don't have to. And it's using just one ball of Wonder Fluff. So I think this is a really good thing. If you don't end up using the recommended yarn, a lot of us just have one ball of something in our stash, which we're not really sure what to do with. So I think this is a really good pattern for that. So the next group of patterns that I want to talk about are hats. So last winter, I think I made like 6 to 8 gift knit hats. Just because it seemed like everybody in my life needed one all of a sudden, and I was getting good at knitting. So the first one that I'll talk about is one that I've talked about before and is kind of my go-to hat pattern. And I did kind of a variation of this pattern for all those gift hats last year. And this is the classic ribbed hat by Pearl Soho. There are a lot of really nice different patterned hats if you look on Ravelry. But I find that a lot of people just want like a simple plain hat, and this is exactly what this is. You need approximately 1 skein of a light worsted or a DK weight yarn. It also comes in a few sizes, so you can use the same pattern whether you have adults or like juniors, so like teenagers in your life. And it includes instructions if you want to do a solid version or a striped version. So if you're a somewhat beginner knitter, I think this could be like a nice introduction to stripes. It's worked bottom up and 1x1 rib throughout. So you basically knit, I think, for about 6 to 8 inches, and then you start doing decreases into the crown. And I just think this is a really classic hat, as the title suggests. The second one I'll talk about has a little bit more difficulty. This is Jason's cashmere hat. You'll use 2 skeins of an Aran weight yarn, so this is a little bulkier than the previous one we talked about. It just comes in one size, so that's 22 to 24 inches head circumference, and I think that will be a good fit for most adults. This one you also start bottom up with knitting the bottom ribbing and then decreasing the crown and closing at the top. So the construction is pretty similar to this basic hat that I just talked about, but the design is a little bit different. So the last hat pattern I'll talk about is actually a crochet pattern. This is the twisted rib crochet hat. So here, if you're a crocheter versus a knitter, but you really want that knit look, I think this is a good pattern to kind of mimic that. It's available in two sizes, 18-inch circumference or 19-inch. But I think these are pretty easy to modify if you needed a slightly larger size. So you would just add length to this crochet piece that you're going to, I was going to say knit flat, but crochet flat. You work it with two skeins of super fine yarn held together. So likely you can also use one thicker yarn, thicker weight yarn to meet the gauge. I talked about this in my cozy sweaters video. Anytime you're asked to held things double, I think you can substitute if you'd rather not. So as I mentioned, you will work this flat and then seam it. The website includes a lot of step-by-step instructions and tutorials for this, so I think this would be a good project for someone who's maybe on the beginner side of crocheting. Okay, so next I'll talk about a few scarf patterns. So first I have the reversible rivulet scarf. If you've been following along, you'll know that I knit one of these last year for my friend and it got lost by the Postal Service. So we'll never see it again. But it was my first cable knit and I still have pictures, which I'll put up here. I really think this is a nice, simple pattern. If you want to do something that's like a little bit more interesting than just a stockinette scarf. So this is an Aran weight yarn. You can do a few different lengths and you'll use between 4 to 7 skeins of that yarn depending on your desired length. Of course, you can make it shorter or longer to fit your preference. Typically when I do scarves, I kind of take the pattern as a suggestion. So for this one, I kind of got comfortable with making the cables and then made it at just continued to like measure it on myself and kind of cast off when I thought it was appropriate. I think this is a really great cable knit to start with, so I would recommend this for advanced beginners. The other scarf pattern I want to talk about is the Helmi scarf. This is a tiny scarf. I think these are super in right now. I'm not really sure what it is, but I've seen tons of variations of it, different patterns of it. Probably most famously is the Sophie scarf. I see a lot of those being knit up. So this is kind of like a free pattern that is in that wheelhouse. This is made in seed stitch, so this is definitely beginner friendly. A DK weight yarn. What's recommended is 100% superwash merino wool, which is kind of my go-to type of yarn if I'm doing a gift knit, so it's a little bit easier for people to take care of. So you just cast this on, do some increases until you reach the very middle of what you want the length of the scarf to be, and then decrease before binding off. So I think this is very chic gift knit, and because it's so in right now, but as an added bonus, because it's a tiny scarf, it shouldn't take you too long to knit. And then lastly, for gift knit / gift crochet things, I'll talk about and highlight some of my favorite amigurumi patterns. I mentioned in my latest knitting podcast that I am going to be doing 1 or 2 of these for my niece who is interested in learning to crochet. So I think these are really fun decor even for adults and can range from beginner to intermediate or advanced. So it can kind of be as complicated as you want it to be. I do think the more advanced ones for me end up taking more time than maybe I want to, because there's a lot of sewing, which I'm slow at, in terms of like putting on eyes and facial expressions. But I just wanted to highlight a few patterns that I came across here. So first, there's this really cute snake plant. So I was thinking of doing some of these for our kitchen. This is kind of ungift knit related, but I think that's really cute. I think this bee pattern was really popular in the crochet community maybe 5 years ago, but I still think it's a nice gift, especially if you have kids in your life. The penguin is the one that I am probably going to do for my niece because that has been her special interest. And I think a lot of my friends have learned to crochet recently through these Woobles kits. So if you have someone in your life that really likes the look of it, but it doesn't make sense for you to buy a kit because you already know how to crochet, they actually have the pattern for their most famous one, which I think is the penguin, that is actually free on their website. And so I'll put a link to all these in the description. And so there you have it. We have 10 free patterns for gift knit and crochet items for this season. Super curious to know if you end up casting any of these on. I know I have quite a bit of gift knitting and crocheting to do before the end of the year, and I think these patterns are a really good place to start. So thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next one.